Hi everyone, I'm Michael from Mike at Work, and I'm going to show you today my repair of this wonderful little amplifier, the NAD 3120. So this is the sibling of the very famous NAD 3020. According to its Wikipedia site, the 3020's Wikipedia site, this is one of the most important components in hi-fi history. So I found it just by pure luck at a bargain price, and a friend of mine has decided to take it under his wing for his home hi-fi. So yeah, it's definitely worth getting it back to life. Well, as it turns out, I took it home. It was full of dust. I gave it a dust out, cleaned out the potentiometers, the volume pot and the switches, and plugged it in. There was actually nothing wrong with it at all. So so it amplified fine and sounded actually very, very nice. I quite like the sound of this little amp. It's definitely, in terms of its claims, it passes the test according to my ears at least. So it is a wonderful little gem. What I plan to do is to give it a recap, which is something that's worth doing in an amplifier this age, as the capacitors tend to age and they lose their quality sound. So we'll give it a recap, and then what we can do is after that we'll do an adjustment according to the service manual. So let's get busy on this amplifier. Okay, with the lid off, you can now see the original capacitors, these grey and black types. TPO are some of the larger ones. The small ones don't have a name that was recognisable. The large mains filter caps there I've already replaced. They're Rubicons for audio, and I've ordered them from an electronics store. And the remaining audio caps and other caps I've ordered from a kit available on eBay, where someone's already put together a range of good quality caps. So here they are. They've arrived, and we'll go put them in one by one. You can see online many resources of some YouTube videos on how to recap an amplifier, which I won't show you now, but here they are all installed and looking good, ready for the adjustment. We've got now access to the circuit board, so we can start to do some soldering and measure some voltages as well. What you can see is they have a solder bridge. There's one there, that's for the right channel, and they have one here, that's for the left channel. And you have to remove that bridge if you want to make an adjustment to reveal or to put in series the 1 ohm diodes, and you can measure the voltage across that to measure your idle currents. So what we'll do is we'll desolder those bridges and start the process of measuring the voltages across. Now the amplifier is up on its side, we can get access to the circuit board, and we can measure the voltages to adjust the idle current. They're 1 ohm resistors, and we can measure, apparently according to the service manual, 30 millivolts plus or minus 10 millivolts. So the amplifier is on. We'll check. The right hand channel shows about 32 millivolts, so that's pretty good. That's within the specification. Let's try the left hand channel. If it was plus 10 millivolts over the 30, 40 will be the max, so this is exceeding the max. So it looks like we'll need to change the resistor that it came with after this recap. The service manual talks about in order to get the correct residual current, to install a variable resistor across RX1 and RX2 of the range of 2000 and 5000 ohms, or at least that's the service manual I got. Which is a little bit strange because the resistor that's in parallel with RX1 and RX2 is 180 ohms, so 2000 and 5000 is way too high. So at the moment, RX1 and RX2, so RX1 is a 470 ohm resistor and RX2 is a 500 ohm resistor. So what we'll do instead is we'll try some fixed resistors that are closer to the value of the ones that are there. We're only just a little bit out, but maybe we can try with a 820 and a 1.2 kilo ohm in parallel, see if we can raise that voltage to match the right hand channel. So we'll just switch the amplifier off. Very important. We now have our 820 ohm and 1.2 kilo ohm resistor. We'll just put them together. Switch the amplifier back on. And we'll check, give it a moment for the left-hand channel to warm up and stabilize. But meanwhile, we can check the right-hand channel again just to get a reference. Again, across this resistor, the check resistor. It's currently at, let's say it'll make it up to about 30 millivolts. Are we going here? That's pretty good too. So 30 point, let's call that 31. Also 31. So those looks like our 820 and 1 ohm and 1.2 kilo ohm resistor might be the closest we'll get to matching the two channels. Okay, let's put it in properly. So these are the two resistors in parallel installed, and I also restored the solder bridges. The next adjustment, according to the service manual, is the DC offset, which is performed by measuring the voltage across the speaker terminals, and measuring the voltage, and getting that, adjusting these variable resistors for the corresponding channel to be plus or minus 50 millivolts. So what we'll do is we've already got the multimeter probes installed. We have the multimeter on voltage. Now we'll just switch it on and measure those voltages first. So we have it in the right channel, as you can see. We have negative 100 millivolts dropping fast as the amplifier stabilizes, and what we'll do is we'll wait for that to stabilize, and then we'll start to adjust the variable resistor as needed. All right, give it a little bit of time. It's stabilized down to negative 23 millivolts, which is within the specification. So now we'll try the left channel. No need for any adjustment, which is good news. So now we'll try left channel. Oh, okay. That's a little higher, but within the range. We might give that a tweak if we can get that a bit better, and maybe closer to the right channel. It's obviously the wrong direction. I believe that's turning. I barely even touched it, and it's negative 29. Okay. That seems close enough to me. It's better than before. As long as it's consistent. So we have negative 29 on the left channel. Negative 24 on the right channel. So it hasn't changed much. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Well, okay, well, according to that finalizes the two adjustments necessary to put this amplifier within its specifications. Let's see what it sounds like. Now we've got our speakers connected up and plugged into a CD player. So now we can see if we've made any difference, or at least not made anything worse. Okay, so we're connected to the tuner. Let's play. Nothing like a bit of Metallica Master of Puppets. Sounds pretty good. Okay, I think we can call this amp ready to go for its recap and readjustment. Hope you enjoyed watching.